So this is going to be a psychic investigative reading for my personal situation to see what's going on. This will not be a general collective reading. So what's going on right now pertaining to this dark feeling? What is pertaining to that? What is pertaining to that, Holy Spirit? May the Lord Jesus Christ protect me as I do this reading. I bind and render every evil spirit powerless that tries to come against me. May Archangel Michael give me the knowledge and the information. What is pertaining to this dark feeling when it comes to this court case tomorrow? 4 of Cups, the Ace of Cups, the Star. Okay, so there's a witch manipulating this court case. This is an authority figure that's doing this to me. I know exactly where she works at, too. Look at that. The Devil. She's working through this judge because this gives me the vibes of somebody being on a stand, right? This individual is trying to implant themselves in this judge's head. In order for this woman to work herself, she's trying to control this judge. This is a skinwalker that's doing this to this judge. This is a local authority figure that's an abuser, a manipulator, and a tyrant. That's a fire sign female that is doing everything in her power in order to try to forcefully project her wickedness through this judge's head in order to get the judge on the stand, in order to sit there and attack me when it comes to this situation, while also possibly trying to project this oppressive energy through the judge. I'm being guided to call this out to let them know how corrupt this really is. This is not human what this woman is doing. And this right here is a double indication that there's a reason why I'm feeling this dark feeling. It's because something satanic and evil is being done when it comes to this situation. And it has a lot to do with this witch projecting herself within this individual's head. You see all the stars on the head, right? How it's embedded within the head area. Trying to get within this individual in order for them to be on the stand, to sit there to try to intimidate me or to try to do certain things in order to harm my freedom. As you can see the change right there, right? That's restriction of freedom. Look at that. Didn't I tell you that? That would be a judge. So this is resonating with what I'm picking up about this upcoming court date. It has a lot to do with this individual manipulating something when it comes to this judge. Six of Cups reverse. The world. Okay, so this right here, bro, is dark. With the world reverse, these individuals keep on trying to manipulate something over and over and over and over and over. There's something right here in regards to a portal, bro. A very dark portal that has been opened on this land. And they're definitely using children to manipulate something with the world reverse. 8 of Wands reverse. Didn't I tell you that? Look at that Magician reverse. So there's definitely a lot of dark ritualistic practices that are taking place relentlessly. And yes, they are hurting this judge to try to project themselves through the judge to hurt me with this situation. 10 of Swords reverse. Queen of Swords reverse. So there's 2 of them in reverse. There's 2 of them doing a lot of dark things right now when it comes to this situation. That's the truth. That's the truth. The Tower and the Ace of Wands reverse. This possibly could have a lot to do with these individuals being discovered at something to do with that bell tower. With the Tower card right here. They're not comfortable about me going out there with the tower card, because that's where a lot of rituals was taking place at numerous amount of times. I picked this up energetically whenever I walked up the stairs and looked at that door, and I got a very cold feeling in my chest about that door at that fucking tower. I don't know if something is being done currently or at nighttime when it comes to this tower. Something's definitely being done, and this is a lot of underworld powers that this individual is working with. A lot of darkness when it comes to this situation. Meant to cause me harm and meant to manipulate and to cause a lot of disruptions when it comes to this upcoming court date tomorrow. To confuse people and to take over people in the legal room, which is the courtroom, and all to possess them with demonic demons, demonic activity, to get them to attack me. Somebody needs to take this information seriously, because I know how to channel the energy. Because these individuals clearly where I'm at, bro, are not connected to themselves. They're used to winning and winning and winning and winning and winning and winning. This situation is wrong when it comes to this shit being done to me. This is wrong. Hold on. This is definitely wrong what is taking place. They're relentlessly manipulating things over and over and over and over and over and over and over with the world card reverse. Conjuring up demons in order to place them within this courtroom. A lot of monitoring spirit activity. A lot of chaos, a lot of underworld chaos that's taking place right now, that they're trying to get all this to manifest when it comes to this upcoming court date tomorrow. They're trying to manipulate it with oppressive forces of evil spirits with the devil card. This is a witch that has been behind my attacks. That's an authority figure locally that's been behind a lot of conversations of fake accounts that have been manipulating this over and over and over with an X. Over and over and over and over and over. That has been seen to be causing me harm. And ain't none of these fucking officials has been doing their job the right way locally to protect me from this type of corruption. I'm being guided to let the IRS know this, the Secret Service, the FBI, and the DOJ know what is taking place down here when it comes to this being done to me for a long time. I've been reported to the New Orleans division of the FBI and also somewhere else of the FBI. 2 of them I reported it to. This was reported numerous amount of times from out the year of 2023 to 2024 when I stayed in a 3-bedroom house. This is how long this has been being done that led up to the June 2nd incident of 2025. They have plenty of documentation of that. Plenty of it. I don't know. This might end in a raid. This might actually end in a raid. This is a satanic cult, and this is a witch. This is a skin-walking witch that knows how to project themselves into other people's vessel and all to manipulate things with underworld powers, bro. I'm telling you. The DOJ and the FBI may be skeptical of psychics, or they may not use psychics, but when it comes to this situation, I'm being guided to deliver them the information on why this situation keeps on being held up like it is. Because it's not going to make logical sense. You may not be able to prove that these forces are being used when it comes to this situation physically, but when it comes to the rituals that are being done, the mirrors that are being used, the occult objects that are being used, if you was to conduct a physical investigation upon this activity, you would see exactly what they're using, what kind of blood rituals they're doing, and what kind of things they're using when it comes to this that's on an extreme dark level. This is also connected to, there's something very significant about a gallon, some type of bucket, okay? It's a container. And in that container is not what you think it is, bro. It's not water. There's animal blood that's in a container, and what they're using that as is like a butcher shower. There's a shower, and it's not water coming out that faucet, bro. That's the type of rituals these individuals be taking part in when it comes to this darkness here. It involves sacrificing animals, hurting kids, and doing very satanic, dark things that are outside of this world that are forbidden rituals. You understand me? Somebody needs to hear me out when it comes to this information. These people that are engaging in this are not human. This is not human. These individuals hurt animals, they hurt children, and they sit there and use this for ritualistic abuse. They've been manipulating things over the internet involving a lot of conversations, just like I reported. I kept on telling them, too. I reported the tarot cards that I pulled. I said, look, this is my only way to prove what is being done. And some of them agreed to hear the tarot cards, what they were that I was pulling. They said, what's the name of the cards? And I said, it's the pages reverse. Page of Cups reverse and the Page of Pentacles reverse. I said there's a scam that's taking place. These individuals creating things off of fake pages and trying to lie on me. And that was my only way to prove that through the cards that I was pulling, along with the camera evidence that I had of them being on their phone in their unit, doing something shady on their phone. Just like what I caught a few nights back when it came to an official that was by my house that was sitting at the school doing something shady on her phone, and I caught her red-handed. I said, I know what you're doing out here. 2:35 in the, no, it's 2:15 in the morning. I said, what are you doing out here on school property at this time of morning? Because that's not a school hour to start with. Because I kept on having repetitive thoughts of jail. I kept on picking up heavy oppressive energy and attacks energy. And therefore, I was guided to go take a ride. And that's when I seen that official sitting at the school at 2:15 in the a.m. And I sat there, pulled up beside her and talked to her. I said, hey, I know what you're doing. I know exactly what's taking place right now. All she could do is nod her head back and forth as I say, yep. She knew that I was on to it. I said, I know who's behind this. It may not be you, but you will be forced to commit this type of activity upon me. I know it's taking place behind the scenes when it comes to these rituals. When it comes to this online activity. You definitely are not here watching for traffic or taking radar when you sit there on your phone doing something you got no business doing. And all she could do is just nod her head up and down like, yep. I said, there's an extortionist that's forcing you to do this to me, ain't it? And she couldn't answer to that. She looked very nervous, scared to answer that. But she has every right to not answer that, but she looked highly nervous when it comes to answering that. I pay attention to body language. I said, I'm concerned for your well-being and being employed at this department and this individual having you do this type of shit to me. And all she could do is just shake her head up and down like that. And she looked sad. She looked like she was about to cry. I did confront that other night and I got evidence of it too. Yes, I do. What these individuals are doing, the FBI and the DOJ needs to notice that they're working with underworld powers, underworld demons and deities, and manipulate things when it comes to satanic baptism. And this involves abusing animals and abusing the youngins, bro. Y'all need to step in immediately. This is connected to all them conversations that was manipulated too. They're using all of that to their advantage in order to create more delays. This is crime against nature that is taking place. This is in order to use demons to their advantage, to take over this court case, to have these individuals possessed to where they can attack me. It may not seem believable, but it is. Trust me, I know my spiritual knowledge. I'm about to see if the FBI is aware of what these individuals are fucking doing before this upcoming court date. This is being used in order to try to manipulate the judge that will be on the stand right there to try to implant some type of oppressive poltergeist force to come through the judge in order to try to cause harm with a ruling. Along with manipulated evidence, it's like they're trying to have this evidence that they produced or whatever was presented to the prosecution. Therefore, it's affecting him also. Trust me, I know how to see through this, bro. Not just with my tarot cards. I know how to read through these activities, and it needs to be stopped. This is a satanic sacrifice that is being done to me to try to have me sacrificing my freedom. Is the FBI and the DOJ by any chance aware of these activities occurring? And how oppressive this really is upon my rights, that this is not a legitimate court case to start with. This is being manipulated with satanic cult rituals of a sacrifice, of a false belief that they have to do this in order to sacrifice me for great fortune and to obtain some type of wealth out of that. That would be scapegoating. This can also be seen as human sacrifice too, at what's being done to me. They need to be alerted about that, bro, because this is dangerous. I'm not about to be held accountable for anything of what these individuals have been doing to me. That's the main reason why they keep practicing the same thing over and over and over. I'm being guided to let the DOJ know that. When it comes to, I want to say the Title 34, or is it third? Hold on, let me get these papers. Yeah, the Title 34 USC Section 12601, pattern and practice. That right there would be under a physical violation of pattern and practice of misconduct. That's the recodified title and section of Title 42 USC Section 14141. That's meant to deprive me of the Title 18 USC Section 242, deprivation of rights. It's my federal protected rights. That's why this repetitive pattern keeps on being practiced in order to have me sacrificed in a court of law. Let me go ahead and see if the FBI and the DOJ is aware of these activities occurring. Not what I just explained a few seconds ago, but these activities that are being done. Is the FBI and the DOJ aware by any chance of these activities occurring when it comes to these satanic rituals? Of youngins and animals being hurt, harmed, and abused? Oh, the justice, that could be the Department of Justice. They may have knowledge on something. Okay, so that right there is a good sign. That means that I am indeed being seen to be hurt and harmed. The Chariot reverse, they could have something very significant about vehicles. This is being done within vehicles. Look, there's a child right there. There's something that's being done to these individuals inside of a vehicle. Even though the Page of Cups is not reversed, I'm getting that my psychic messages can indeed be helping guide them to see what's going on. When it comes to especially vehicle activity with the Chariot reverse. Look at that, the Star reverse. So this right here could be putting them in despair. Like I said earlier, bro, this could be connected to what I channeled about a satanic baptism. I'm not really going to be too detailed and graphic when it comes to that because it is sensitive information, even though it is crime against nature and humanity. But that's what I channeled a few minutes ago. King of Cups reverse. King of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles. There's animals right there again. Look at that, Three of Swords. The Strength reverse. Leo energy, Cancer energy, Aquarius energy. So this right here is causing harm. So they definitely know about a situation causing harm involving vehicle activity and dark spiritual practices. With the Star reverse, there's a lot of perverted energy that's going on too. They could have some knowledge in regards to a Cancer male with the King of Cups and the Chariot. That may be an authority figure. Two of Swords. So if they are aware of something, they're aware of a lot of lies and confusion when it comes to a situation, but they're definitely aware of something dark taking place with the Star reverse. Three of Cups reverse. Okay, so this could be in regards in a conflict of interest. This could be seen as three witches. Look at that, Five of Wands. Conflict of interest is what I'm getting. So they definitely are aware of a lot of individuals engaging in attacks when it comes to attacking youngins and hurting them. Once again, they got a fish in a cup right here. These individuals doing something fishy involving children and causing confusion about it. Relentlessly trying to bully. Okay, so they could be seen to be causing confusion about a situation involving youngins, and they could be seen to be bullying these individuals. Four of Cups. Okay, so that right there would be the conversations that are trying to be manipulated with the Eight of Wands reverse. And you have the Ace of Pentacles there with the Justice at the bottom. I'm getting, they are indeed aware of what's going on, and they may be trying to manipulate something to get me to be viewed upon as a dark person, somebody that is not meant to be trusted. But this is being done with several conversations and something being done with authority figures involving these vehicles, along with other people that are connected to these authority figures that are involved with it, that don't have a badge. And they're being given the unlawful authority and the illegal permission in order to engage in this. So therefore, it's going to better to be seen that they are being given unlawful, illegal permission to attack. It's being seen that these individuals are protected from being charged or found guilty for the violations that they're committing upon me and committing upon these children and animals. Okay, so something could be verified within them that they have illegal protection upon them, and this is forced to go against me no matter what happens, like no matter which way this goes. It's like nothing that I show, nothing I produce, it's not going to better to get me out of this situation with the Star reverse. Because of how much these individuals are really doing when it comes to manipulating their confidential resources and sources of people that they have, the people that they know, in order to get more attackers to be involved. Therefore, it's going to better to prove U.S. 18 Code 201, bribes of jurors and witnesses. These individuals don't want to stop going back and forth with the situation. They also know that I'm under attack every time that I travel. There could be something coming out about some air tags, which that right there is not the main concern when it comes. I could give a shit less about it, even though it is a Fourth Amendment violation. When it comes to the activities that are occurring inside these vehicles, that needs to be looked into. And also lies. Whenever I travel, it's not about them illegally tracking. It's about what these individuals are doing in order to attack me every time I travel, that my dash cam could prove otherwise. So it's definitely being seen that these individuals are grouping up together in order to attack, and they're all harm being caused to these individuals. And this is being seen to be hurting me. There's also a lot of confusion in regards to this situation. It's like these individuals are where I'm at, don't see me as a positive person like the public platform does, because of how much that my identity, my reputation was polluted with nothing but bullshit and manipulation. Once again, everything is leading it back to these individuals that have illegal protection upon them to make sure that they're not found guilty. Okay, so something's telling me with the underlying energy, they do have information on these matters, and they know I'm not behind these conversations. They know this for a fact. They know this is hurting my character and get me to appear perverted, but yet they have evidence that I'm not behind these conversations. They know that this is a very conflicting situation for me in regards to decision making, whether or not if I want to go to court to show my appearance or not, which is why I'm using this right here as my protection and defense. I'm about to show the DOJ and the FBI. I'm using this as my defense of the U.S. Supreme Court rulings when it comes to disturbing the peace charge, right? But that's not really what they're trying to get me in there for. They manipulated this and premeditated this before the June 2nd incident and all to throw this restraining order upon me. But there wasn't no domestic violence that was committed June 2nd. So therefore, I could challenge that order. But this is originally what they're trying to use by all this fabrication and manipulation in order to try to get more things put up on me that's not valid. I'll be a guy to let them know that I haven't been in conversations with any of these people. It can be proven by my dash camera evidence and how many times I had to document things down in a public setting on my GoPro camera and my phone camera. But this is what I'm using as my defense when it comes to the situation of the disturbing the peace charge, right? Which is invalid once again. It's Coyne versus California, 1971. The court protected a man wearing a jacket with an expletive, ruling that offensive language alone isn't enough to justify restricting speech unless it incites violence or creates a severe disturbance, protecting individual choice in public discourse. No vague laws. States can't use general disturbing of peace laws to suppress speech or assembly, especially for political protest. This is the U.S. Supreme Court rulings, by the way. I'm pretty sure the DOJ is aware of that. FBI is aware of that. I stated right here about the reason why I'm objecting my presence when it comes to this upcoming court date. I'm objecting my presence under Title 18 U.S.C. Section 242, deprivation of my rights protected by federal law. I said objection under Title 42 U.S.C. Section 14141, now recodified as Title 34 U.S.C. Section 12601. As a federal statute making it unlawful for law enforcement agencies or government authorities to engage in a pattern or practice of the private people of their constitutional rights. I also objected under the U.S. Supreme Court ruling of, once again, Coyne v. California, 1971. The court protected a man wearing a jacket with an expletive, however you say that word, ruling that offensive language alone isn't enough to justify restricted speech unless it incites violence or creates a severe disturbance, protecting individual choice and public discourse. This is fucking annoying, bro, how much I'm having to stand up. I'm also going to show it right here, too, when it comes to this. when it's likely legal protected speech. General profanity, simple cursing or yelling profanity in public, not directed, is generally protected by the First Amendment, though considered impolite. Insults, not threats. Assaulting someone with swear words without threats or inciting a fight is usually protected speech, as established in cases like Cohen v. California. That would be under the U.S. Supreme Court ruling. This Leo female is being seen to be manipulating a restraining order is what it is. That's what they're trying to get. That's the main source right here. They're trying to get me both ways. One of it is from the disturbing of peace, which is invalid. That's not a valid charge because the U.S. Supreme Court rulings prohibit that. And then you have this restraining order that was put up on me June 4th, a couple of days after that. There wasn't no domestic violence that was committed. And mind you, before the June 2nd incident that took place, these individuals have been engaging in conversations with these individuals that was reported numerous amount of times. And I got it documented down in my readings too. If the DOJ wants to know about it, every time that I felt an uneasy feeling going on, something was being done behind my back, I will pull the pages reverse. With the Six of Pentacles reverse, Hierophant reverse, and Justice reverse. I have all those readings documented whenever I was in that 3-bedroom house at the exact time that this was being done. And this may be all this situation being manipulated. That may be all of what's being manipulated when it comes to this restraining order. The restraining order is not valid to start with because once the charge gets dropped out, therefore, what is it any good when it comes to this order? There wasn't no crime committed June 2nd of 2025, a disturbing of peace. And I'm about to go ahead and verify that with how I proceeded to walk away from an attacker that followed me out the building. I said on June 2nd of 2025, 8:56 a.m., Your Honor, I arrived at a store to get bread and ham. As I was leaving the store to head back to my car, the manager wanted to talk to me at the sliding door in regards to the ex. I told the man I didn't want to hear about the individual. I'm here to get my food and to go about my way. He continued to talk about her anyways, and that's when I turned the opposite way while he was talking and ignored him while exiting the building to go back to my car. As I was walking across the parking lot, he followed me out the building, threatening my freedom with an arrest and trespass. That's when I turned around and told him to fuck off and leave me alone. He kept on antagonizing the situation until I heard the police were on the way. That's when I proceeded to contact the FBI in regards to my freedom being threatened. As I'm on the phone with the FBI, the sergeant walked up to me and told me I was under arrest. Didn't question my side or anything and proceeded to violate my freedom while assaulting me with restraints and placing me in the back of the unit. This was a setup premeditated upon me before that date. There's plenty of evidence to prove how many times I reported having my constitutional rights violated and federal protected rights violated to the FBI in regards to the ex due to the local police force not doing their job the right way, running false investigations upon me while violating color of law. This situation has affected me mentally and spiritually to the point I'm not in the right state of mind to appear and have objected my appearance due to the damages of the abuse and torture I've had to endure since 2021 of this ongoing problem. Proof of PTSD will be towards the back after you read the papers of my defense to another reason I'm objecting my presence. Your Honor, I feel on an intense level I have enough justification for a motion of acquittal without my presence. I deserve to walk away as a free man and to continue to be a spiritual leader on YouTube and what the Most High Jesus Christ wants me to be without injustice constantly torturing me. Once again, crime against humanity. It's my right to a government of non-treason and fairness. Thanks for reading. And it has my name. Plain and simple. It's straight to the point. This is what I've been saying too. Everything that was typed out is what I've been saying. It's all documented on my readings. Even when I got on my YouTube channel and reported that what happened to me that day. It's in the same exact thing. I remember the details. So once again, how is that disturbing the peace? How is any of this disturbing the peace? This is not disturbing the peace. This is not why these individuals are trying to get me in this situation. They're trying to corner me with everything that was manipulated throughout this whole time frame originally that's connected to this bullshit restraining order. That's what this is linked to. They're trying to get me both ways. Objection. You will be objected under Title 18 USC Section 242. You have no jurisdiction to continue an investigation. I object your investigative tactics under the Title 18 USC Section 242 and also objecting under Title 34 USC Section 12. Hold on. I'm going to put you motherfuckers in your place. You're not going to continue. You understand me? I don't know who you think you are. I'm going to object this under Title 42 USC Section 14141, now recodified as Title 34 USC Section 12601. You will stop. You will not continue to deprivate me of my constitutional federal protected rights. You will not continue. You will not continuously engage in a pattern or practice that deprivates me of my constitutional protected rights. You have no jurisdiction or authority over federal law. You're not going to run shit how you want to run it. It's almost as if you could jump in a federal law's position and run things how you want to run it. Objection. That's not your jurisdiction. You have absolutely no jurisdiction over federal law. That's not the law that you took up the oath to serve and protect. Your position is within the city limits jurisdiction and the parish jurisdiction. You're starting to piss me off. I warned you several times for all these years, back off, leave me alone. 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 Bruh, can you see that this is satanic how much these individuals are trying to force this upon me, bruh? Anybody that's under real law would have been undropped this off of me. I promise you that. If this would be done in another state, I guarantee you, brother, the prosecutor would have said, no, we're not proceeding any further. You're right. They have law officials out there like that. I had experience with that. One of them tried to deprivate me of my rights out of state, and all it took is for me to explain certain knowledge. They said, you have a good day, sir. Sorry to bother you. I said, it's okay, officer. Sometimes people are not aware of, y'all not there to be trained to know about people's rights or even some of the laws that are advanced. But guess what? That law official apologized to me. And guess what? Didn't have no more problems. Try to pull me over with being unable to articulate something to do with a traffic stop, to conduct a traffic stop. They try to ask me for my driver license. And I refused it. And he kept on. He said, "Oh, well, why you don't want to show me? Why you don't want to give me a driver license?" And that's when I kept on challenging him when it comes to my Fourth Amendment protection. I said I have the rights of the Fourth Amendment that protects me from unreasonable searches. Unless you're able to identify that I have committed a crime within traveling on this freeway, then I'm not providing my driver license. I have the right of the Fourth Amendment. I was very calm. And he kind of sat there for a minute. And he was listening. And he sat there, he radioed something in on his radio. And he just waited for a little while. And he said, okay. Okay. He said, and then he proceeded to ask me where I'm going. I said, I have the right to not answer that, officer. I'm just trying to go about my way. And I waited a little bit longer, and he said, well, you're free to go, sir. Sorry to bother you. And he left me alone. They have some officers out there that may not know about what your rights are, or may not know about what certain laws are, but I guarantee he could have did a check. He could have checked that out. There's a certain code he could have called in. Something could have came back as I say that, hey, this man has every right to not produce his driver license if he wasn't committing a crime within traveling. Which, once again, I'm not going to be these arrogant people out there to cuss a cop out. Yeah, I'm not like that. Now, I mean, if the cop wants to be a bully and they do all this and think they can do whatever they want, then yes, I will assert my protection and defense when it comes to, hey, you ain't going to talk to me like that. But as far as that guy that pulled up, he didn't really know much about the law because I want to say he was fairly new to the force. So you got to keep that in mind when it comes to this. But these individuals that has been doing this to me, y'all, has been there for a long time. A long time. This is an older woman that is doing this to me. An older woman in her 40s that's doing this to me. That's been employed there for a long time. They don't like me because I'm a spiritualist. The main reason why these individuals are targeting me, brother, is because I'm a YouTuber. And I'm not part of a secret society. That's why. But just because I don't believe in that and I'm not part of that gives these individuals absolutely no right to discriminate against the First Amendment and me being different. Because me practicing tarot and practicing spirituality, that right there is all protected under the First Amendment. The DOJ knows about that too. That's all protected under the First Amendment. I had that backed up by an FBI agent that told me that. I'm not going to say any names, but I had that backed up by an FBI agent because I was curious back then. I was still learning about the law. I said, look, I like to ask y'all a question. I know y'all may not be able to give any legal advice, but when it comes to me practicing my spirituality, meditating and reading my cards, is that a crime? And he said, absolutely not. Absolutely not. It's protected under the First Amendment, what you're doing. Said it shouldn't be bothering you. That's exactly how it was said. Absolutely not. It's protected under the First Amendment. Like I said, I'm not somebody that knows everything. I had to ask in order to have that information because I really wasn't sure back then. And I've even did my research after that just to confirm it, which I'm not saying that it's like that, but I wanted to go look up a lot of information when it comes to that. And sure enough, a lot of information came back. That inspired me to learn more about my rights. So that right there proves federal law knows about your amendments. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. That kind of freaked me out at first, like when he said, absolutely not. It's not a violation. If it was a violation, it would have been at your house. That's the way I look at it. It would have been knocking on the door. Oh, no, you don't see him. How's it going, Mr. James? And identify themselves with their credentials. They got their binder in their hand, you know what I'm saying? But no. They gonna do all that. I'm just reading my cards. They know that. I'm just reading my tarot cards. I ain't bothering nobody. But anyways, look. So with this situation right here, they do know about something that is extremely gloomy and dark, about a lot of confusion. And they know I'm under attack too. This is one man that's having to fight and defend themselves against all these individuals. Okay, so they do know I'm outnumbered with the situation. They know that this situation is harming me and hurting me, and also hurting and harming my reputation by trying to get me to appear perverted through conversations that has been manipulated for a long time. Like I said, bro, it's been going on since the year 2023. Look at the Three of Swords. 2023. Hey, y'all hold on a minute, y'all. All right, I'm back. Started to lose my voice. So with the justice card being at the bottom, they do know something is creating an obstacle for me that's hurting me. And there's other people that are being seen to be victimized and under attack, what it looks like. So this could be identified as a non-isolated situation, because that's what the Title 34 USC Section 12601 represents. They're looking for a situation to be non-isolated. That would be the recodified title. That used to be under the title. It used to be the Title 42 USC Section 14141. That's a recodified title and section. I'm getting there's multiple individuals that are being seen to be being harmed. They could be being forced to do certain things pertaining to this situation. Okay, so something has been verified to them that there's an extortionist and a lot of con artists that are involved with committing these violations to hurt people. Because this is the underlying energy. Once again, I'm not trying to blow nobody's cover, but you need these individuals involved when it comes to this. I'm getting the DOJ could be balancing out a situation. I want this announced publicly. That way, I'm not threatened tomorrow when it comes to this upcoming court date, because this was manipulated for a long time. A long time. Before the June 2nd of 2025 accusation of disturbing the peace happened. I've been being treated unfairly by these individuals for a long time. I've been lied on repetitively. And the higher-ups have numerous amount of reports of that, along with camera documentation. They don't have my camera documentation, but they have my reports, my documentation. I call up there. I document it down, get it on camera, and I get on the phone with them as I say, hey, I just wanted to report. This is what happened at this time. This was a description of the vehicle. This is the place that this happened at. I said I get a very bad feeling from this vehicle. I can tell y'all intuitively what is being done to me, even though that may not be able to prove anything, but this is giving off a very shady vibe. I don't feel good about this vehicle. There's something very off about this vehicle. And it would be the videos footage that I have that's going to be able to verify there is something off of that vehicle because of the way that they're parked, just sitting there. And I would get like this gut clenching feeling that something's taking place. And usually it would be with tinted windows. You can't see what's going on inside of it. Some of these vehicles didn't even have a legitimate state tag on the back of them either. And it's required under Louisiana state law that you're supposed to have a legitimate tag. That means a plate. I mean, I have a plate on my car because anytime that you operate a motor vehicle within traveling on a highway or going in anywhere of the public, that right there, you have to keep in mind that that license plate, that right there is all about state property. That license plate means that's for the state. Why you think they're able to run your plates with no legitimate probable cause? They don't need probable cause because it's public information. That's not considered a search, but people may argue otherwise. I do see where they're coming from, but at the same time, you can video record people in a public setting. License plates are all over the public setting. That's public information. See, bro, this is going to be an indication for some of the law that may think that I just speak up about corruption. Some officials may not even know that. If somebody tells them that that's a Fourth Amendment violation, objection, no, it is not. If you run a plate with no legitimate probable cause, that's public information. That's public information. Because they have scanners on there to where it automatically scans and brings up the individual's information. I know a lot about the law, y'all. But if somebody going to try to say that, oh, well, they can't do that. I mean, if they have some type of suspicions about something, especially probable cause, but even if they do have enough suspicion to run a plate, nothing comes back, then therefore they don't have enough probable cause to conduct a stop. They can run the plate all they want. But if they don't have enough probable cause to conduct a stop, then they can't conduct a stop. They can run the plate, but they can't conduct a stop. I know my information, bro. I don't know everything, but I know pretty much the situation I've had experience with. You know what I'm kind of getting? The DOJ knows a lot of the Supreme Court rulings. It's like some people in there even. I'm also getting the FBI where I'm at could be paying attention. And it's like the information I'm showing them that's in writing right here. It's like they could be going to do their research. But anyways, I know how to counter these ulterior motives because I'm not going to sit there and allow myself to be sacrificed by people that are trying to present themselves as government, but they're not. They're operating in treason manner. Why is color law violations being committed? You think that's of trust? You think that's people that could be trusted? And using confidential resources, a manipulation, and who they know in order to commit more unlawful orders, to conduct more crimes to be committed through more color law violations, that conversations being manipulated through, once again, fake pages. Therefore, when you got multiple individuals all at one time that are doing this, how is one person going to be believed over all of this being done, especially when it comes to a child, bro, or children? This is something that these individuals need to pay attention to the details of how serious this really is. Because this could get an innocent person in trouble. And I will object these practices under the Title 34, once again, Title 34, USC 12601. Pattern and practice. You will not commit official misconduct, and this is directly connecting it to Title 18, USC Section 242. You will not continuously manipulate conversations that are originally coming from you in order to try to throw that all back off on me. Just like what has been being done throughout this whole time of these false investigations taking place. You are being seen to be obstructing and assaulting my federal justice. You have to keep in mind there's two justices. There's state justice, there's federal justice. You're being seen to be assaulting both of those laws by, once again, not enforcing proper state law, because that's your position and duty within the city limits jurisdiction and the parish limits jurisdiction. Okay, so apparently they got some information. There's a lot of upright cards, including this one right here. I'm getting that something could be made right with the situation. Something will be made fair and balanced. They know for sure I'm not behind these conversations with the 8 of Wands reverse. This could have been intercepted. There's that intercepted in it. That intercepted energy. And there's multiple people that are under attack that's possibly being forced to participate in these activities and all to make things worse for me and the situation and all to cause harm. This is definitely connected to a lot of bullying, harassment, extortion. Is the information that they may have enough for them to step in and intervene with this situation? We need details. I'm getting there's a huge possibility, yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna see. Is there enough probable cause to get in a sworn affidavit of a search for them to intervene? Okay, once again, there's other. I see. I gotta look at it from all perspectives. There's other people that are being harmed too. They could be looking at that. That hey, it's not just him. There's other people. There's other people that are being hurt. Do they have enough probable cause, or is this enough for them to actually intervene with this situation? Because I am not safe at all. My freedom is not safe. It's not that I don't feel safe. I know I'm not safe. Do they have enough on the situation for them to intervene? Page of Swords at the bottom. 6 of Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles reverse. Oh, this person about to get in trouble, bro. Somebody gonna be serving some fed time. There's a trafficker right here. There's a trafficker right here. A scam artist, scammer, schemer. The Emperor. Page of Cups. Temperance. The Fool. Queen of Swords reverse. I don't know who this Queen of Swords reverse is, but there's 2 queens in reverse here. 9 of Cups reverse. Chariot reverse. 10 of Pentacles. The Ace of... Okay, so this is very upsetting. Yeah, they do. Justice is there. Yes, they do, possibly. Yeah, they do. Yes, they do. There's 2 females being seen to be doing some foul shit, bro. Involving trafficking. Trafficking, exploitation. Both of these cards mean that too. It's connected to an earth sign and an air sign. This is their intervention right here. Possibly so the justice card showing itself again. This is too cruel of a situation. And by these individuals trying to get the upper hand this way or trying to outnumber me. So it's been verified that these individuals, some of these individuals are working with this Queen of Pentacles reverse. People are being seen to be working with this individual, having this individual employed in order to commit a lot of scamming, scheming, organized crime. That's who this individual is connected to. That's what they're connected to in order to bring in all this currency. Yeah, they do have enough for them to intervene. To balance the situation out properly. See how they got justice and they have the temperance as both representation of balance. Why is that? Clarify that. There's 2 queens here in reverse. 2 females. Don't look too good for these females. I don't know who this Queen of Swords reverse is, but there's 2 females here. It don't look too good for them. So why would this be being rebalanced? Let's go ahead and get a read on that. Not looking too good for our earth sign and the air sign. Because of me, once again, 9 of Wands, hurting a man. 5 of Wands, because there's too many individuals that's involved with this. Remember how we seen this earlier? They're going to step into dismantle this group. There's way too many of these individuals outnumbering one man. That's what I'm getting from the energy. Knight of Cups. Okay, so this is my energy right here. A magician sitting there, putting their skills to work, having a gift of the gab. That's my energy right there. 8 of Wands. Oh, that's my energy. Look at that social media influencer. Look at that public figure. It's because of me. Stand up for myself. Oh, that's the truth. Look at that with the Ace of Swords. 2 aces in the upright. Look at that Queen of Wands. The Strength card. The 4 of Swords. 10 of Cups reverse. King of Wands. The Tower reverse. The Devil. And the 3 of Pentacles with the 9 of Wands. So they got the truth on a couple here that's trying to hide behind this being done. I'll go ahead and do a full reading. But from the looks of it, they do have enough to intervene, for intervention to take place from them, to balance the situation out. There's enough information that was observed and collected, possibly. So what would be the reason for intervention from them? These individuals ain't about to be helping out no criminals, bro. No, they're not. The ones that keep on doing this, like they think that they're going to manipulate things to their advantage to help criminal. That ain't justice. 5 of Pentacles. Why are they stepping in to intervene? Because this is hurting somebody. 6 of Cups. Youngins are being hurt. Gemini energy. Queen of Cups reverse. Knight of Pentacles. Look, the Moon card. Exactly. Queen of Wands reverse. There she is again. A witch right here. 2 witches. 2 witches. They know what these individuals are doing. They know exactly what they're doing. Look at that 3 of Cups reverse. Because they're witches. This is a group of witches that are hurting children. Justice reverse. And the 4 of Pentacles. That's why. Yep. This has been seen too. These individuals are fucking predators, bro. 3 witches being seen to be predators. Preying on these individuals. This is sad, bro, what these individuals are doing. This is sad. This is sad. They know exactly what these individuals are doing, bro. There's 3 females here in reverse. You got 2 of them right here in reverse. Look at that. Then you have these individuals right here in reverse. Look. This is what these individuals are doing. And if you put both of these together, that right there will be a witch coven or a cult. Some witches here. People that's being seen to be doing some sinister, sick things involving these individuals up there. Clarify that moon. Okay, so apparently they know about the rituals being done. They know about how dirty these individuals are, but this is physical violations connected into that. Clarify the moon. Look at that. 6 of Pentacles reverse. That's why. Because there's nothing but covert bribery. Extortionists. Extortionists that are causing illusions while doing sinister things. And there's also some dodgy, underhanded business deals when it comes to this situation too, in order to try to hold something up. This is bribery. So therefore, it's going to be better to prove to the DOJ and the FBI that this is indeed not a fair ruling upon my behalf. While these individuals are just allowed to keep on doing what the fuck they feel like it, huh? By not going by state law enforcement. How's doing a ritualistic practice while on duty enforcing state law? How is getting people to orchestrate satanic cult activity while doing things on a fake page involving these individuals, involving a youngin' to manipulate things? How is that state law enforcement? I hope the Attorney General gets a hold to this, bro, and lights into you. This is why they're having to intervene. Because of trying to bully, trying to hold somebody up with illusions, and trying to do something relentlessly to torture with the moon card. Torturing with illusions. This is being seen as torture. Torture with illusions. They know this is wrong too. Justice is in reverse. And these individuals are the illusion of the law. That's another thing. The people that are involved and engaging in these practices are the illusion of the law. How you going to have a witch sitting there practicing cult activities and doing things with other people that are employed on the force, grouping up together in order to do this, huh? Are they really mentally fit enough or mentally competent enough to be an authority figure? Why is this being done with these individuals? Give me a closing message. Three of Pentacles, 4 of Wands, that's a good sign. King of Wands, 8 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, the Lovers, the Sun, 3 of Wands reverse, Queen of Cups, Eight of Swords, Magician, the Ace of Wands reversed, the Star, and the Ace of Pentacles, with the Three of Pentacles at the bottom. Something's telling me this dark energy will be removed because there's a lot of positive energy overriding this right here. Whoever's been causing this bullshit, bro, is going to be removed. This community will be happy again, what it looks like. People will be happy again. Whoever's been causing this bullshit is out of there. That's the vibes I'm getting, where people can actually heal. There's a Gemini that could be speaking up about their experience and how they notice how, like there's plenty of people that's going to come forward and tell their experience when this shit is over with the Five of Pentacles. There's plenty of people that's going to come out and actually start speaking. Like, people going to be able to communicate again and be happy. There's a Gemini that's going to experience their creativity come back to them with the Magician. They're going to experience their creativity come back to them. They're a creative person. They're going to experience a lot much more peace at their job without feeling like something is continuously hovering over them. It don't look too good for a fire sign or earth sign here. I'm not really getting this the same Queen of Swords. It don't look too good for an earth sign and a fire sign. People are going to be happy. People are going to be happy. Look like to me, brother, this is going to bring together people that are really meant to be together. Damn. Why is the Eight of Swords there? This is the only negative energy. I'm not really getting this to be a negative energy. This is the only negative energy right here. The rest is positive. Sun's in the heart. Clarify the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Cups. Walking away. Like someone being able to walk away mentally. But why is the Eight of Swords in the upright? But that don't make any sense. Somebody being able to walk away mentally. Why is the Five of Pentacles here? The Hierophant. I don't know, bro. It's a weird energy. So what should I do about this situation currently? Temperance reverse. Judgment. I'm getting produce my papers to the judge. Produce my papers to the judge. That's going to be my perfect defense. 7 of Wands, 77. The World reverse. The Emperor. The Chariot. I'm being guided to move. I'm being guided to move. There's that fucking fucked up dark feeling again, bro. Why'd I feel that dark feeling again? God's trying to warn me to leave, bro. He's trying to tell me to leave. I should not go there tomorrow. I should not go there tomorrow. I don't trust it. I don't trust not a damn thing what these individuals are doing to me. I don't trust them, bro. I do not trust them. What is this that keeps on, like, there's a dark feeling in my stomach? Look at that, the Ten of Swords. I'm telling you, bro, I'm picking up something bad. Look, the World reverse again. Hierophant reverse. I'm trying to let these individuals know that these individuals are from the pits of hell, bro. Do you not understand that? This is not normal people. Do you see the cross is reversed? I'm being guided to leave the pits of hell where I'm at, bro, because that's what this is. These individuals are filled with demons. I don't give a fuck if I get a bench warrant. I don't give a fuck about none of that. My safety is fucking being threatened to my freedom. I am not safe. I'm about to go ahead and pull some cards and see if I should go to court tomorrow because I don't feel it's safe enough for me to go. I'll drop some copies of these papers off of the judge and say, look, I cannot be here. Should I even go to court tomorrow? Give me some cards of advice for that. Strength card. The Five of Pentacles reverse. The Sun reverse. That's all about turning your back. Two of Swords. Ten of Wands. Four of Wands. Nine of Pentacles. Look, there's a Magician reverse again, bro. That's a manipulation. Queen of Pentacles reverse. Knight of Swords. Five of Cups reverse. The Four of Cups reverse. Three of Cups. And the Judgment reverse. There's something very simple about an automatic default judgment upon this individual right here. Like a default judgment. They're not going to see something coming. There's something about an automatic default judgment. This ain't looking too good for this Queen of Pentacles reverse. With this judge right here, judgment, it's like facing her direction. This is being judged critically. Critically. They ain't going to see it coming. The cards that I'm getting is I can go, but then I don't have to go. But it's best if I provide evidence on why I can't go. Because I'm not about to be getting charged with a... I'm telling you right now. I'm going to make some copies of these papers, as I say, look. And give them a copy of my PTSD, how much this has affected me. Because the judge does have past records of that. Of me having PTSD. But this situation right here, y'all, has made that worse. I tend to get flashbacks of episodes of what is being done to me. And I don't feel like this is a safe environment for me to be in a place like this around these individuals that's been doing that to me. But the judge does have past records of me having PTSD. I do have records of that. I don't know if he could use the past records for that. But he does indeed have past records of my PTSD. And it could be on a severe level. But with this situation right here, this is not a safe place for me to be. Because I don't want to have an outburst. I'm not saying a judge would get on me for that, but still, though, like, that could disrupt proceedings. I can't be in a place like that. Why is the judgment reversed? The Ace of Cups is in reverse too. Why is judgment reversed? The Ace of Wands. That's actually a good sign. 111 as I'm saying that. It's like somebody's cheering me on for turning my back. Like if I don't go, like with 3 of Wands. That's the kind of energy I'm getting, but I don't want to get in trouble. That's the thing. You can't do that. I mean, when it comes to these papers right here and everything that was being manipulated all this time that led up to the June 2nd incident, This is just unfair procedures with what these officials have been doing to me. This is unfair on their behalf that led up to the June 2nd incident. This didn't even have to get to this point, bro. Like, this has been done to me for a long time. And I have documentation and record to that. I'm going to go ahead and submit that to the judge with some copies of these papers right here, along with PTSD, even though he may have some past records of my medical history when it comes to my PTSD. I wish there was a way that we could video chat. Like, you know how they got some of the chat sessions? Because they will work with you when it comes to certain proceedings. They could work with you when it comes to that. I just can't be in the same building environment. This individual that has done that to me along with these other individuals that hurt me this way. Hell, from the looks of it, people are having second thoughts about even going to court. The people that did this to me, they're having second thoughts about going to court. I'm getting, if they miss it, that's really gonna be their backside. If they miss it, oh. Why am I getting if they miss it? Something about if they miss this court date, that's ooh, something ain't good about that. Why am I getting if they miss it, then this ain't gonna be good. Oh, the Seven of Swords reverse, because they get caught. They're caught red-handed. They're caught red-handed and lying. Lying, perjury. Lying on the oath, too. This is giving me the vibes of they're waiting. They're waiting. They're waiting. You think this man's going to take all the accountability at what was being done to him? You're caught. You are caught. They're waiting. Go ahead with your brave self. Go ahead. All of y'all that did that to me, go ahead. Go step in there. Go step in there, because if you don't go, they're going to come and find you. They'll come and get you. This individual better go. What I'm hearing. I'm telling you right now, they better go. Damn. Clarify that Seven of Swords reverse. Oh, the Ten of Pentacles, something to do with a community setting. Getting caught with doing something shady in a community setting with money. Okay, so this could be PTSD right here with the Knight of Swords and the Ten of Wands. What about me on my behalf? Now, okay, so this is like a depressing energy, like that, like people ain't too happy. It's a way different energy than this energy over here. It's like a not happy energy. Knight of Cups reverse. The Five of Pentacles and the Five of Cups reverse is actually a positive energy. It's like, this give me the vibes of it's not going to be as bad as what it seems, but it's the things that was being done to me to get me in this predicament to start with. That's what's hurting me, and they keep on manipulating shit over and over and over and over and over with dark ritualistic practices. I'm getting a better energy from this energy over here with that Judgment facing their direction. They're being very critical towards this female right here. In reverse, they better show up. Better. Why am I getting that there's a better energy? Oh, because of manipulation? Manipulating things. This person could be getting a whole shitload of trouble, damn. But see me, I'm not expecting that though, y'all, because they keep on trying to manipulate this against me. I'm used to this being done to me. Why am I getting this whoever this person is better? So their appearance better. It's like a better energy. They better. Devil reverse. Because they're not about to be controlling. Oh, the devil reverse. They're not about to be controlling something. Yep. Lovers and the devil reverse. This is all about a detached energy. Temperance. Trying to control things. With this right here, trying to control things. 44, so that's a good sign. 444, so that's a sign of an angelic protection. 5 of Pentacles reverse is a positive sign once again. Trying to control things or holding somebody up with a fort, but that's in reverse. It's going to be forced to let go. Who is this that has this type of perception on them with they better? Who is this that's caught? Damn. Ten of Pentacles. There's that Queen of Swords reverse again. Coming out again. Ace of Swords reverse. There's perjury here. Page of Cups reverse. Magician reverse. Could be a Gemini getting caught. 8 of Pentacles. There's another Queen in reverse. Okay, so there's some females getting caught at perjury. Lying. Gemini is getting caught. King of Swords. And the 5 of Cups. With the 6 of Pentacles. There's 2 of them right here for sure getting caught perjury. What it looks like. Yep. Manipulating things with pages. The catfishing. And there's proof to prove it too. There's proof to prove lies off of catfishing accounts and manipulating things with it. With the Page of Cups reverse. These are manipulators. Manipulators. Manipulator. Manipulator. That's what they are. Manipulator. Manipulator. How they get caught? How they get caught? This gonna really upset the hell out of them. Yeah, they gonna be crying. They gonna wish they never did that shit. Good. 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 How they gonna get caught? How they gonna get caught? How they gonna get caught? You know what I'm saying? How they gonna get caught? Oh, giving false testifying statements. Something about false testifying with the Ace of Swords. That's what I'm hearing. False testifying. Fucking lying, bro. Lying. Busted straight in the line. How to get how to get caught? Because they being watched and investigated. That's why. Oh, because of the high priestess, somebody that's a psychic that knows what's going on about this criminal activity that's out of control with a lot of individuals. Yeah. Four of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles. The inner card reverse. You don't want to end things out with trying to do things relentlessly to escalate shit with the Knight of Swords reverse. Ten of Swords, exactly. Betraying this high priestess's energy with a scandal. We're trying to control things and hold them up with abuse that has been committed from these individuals. And them sitting there lying about it. Nine of Wands reverse, having to sit there and have somebody attacked due to the shit that they're doing. And think that they got some type of protection to protect them. That would be the officials. They think that that badge is going to protect them. But this is what they're using it for in order to abuse. To not protect, but to abuse. And to protect the abuse from getting out. Exactly. As I'm saying that, bro, Page of Cups reverse. Six of Wands and the Five of Pentacles. Damn. 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 By repetitively betraying somebody and don't want to end out a betrayal and trying to break down somebody's defenses, and yet look at what's going on. Having to stand in my power and call things out and say, hey, this is what's being done. And this is what's being done behind a public figure's back on catfishing accounts. Look at that. Something could have been seen, bro. These individuals, bro, that's how desperate these individuals are. They could have been seen to be doing something behind my back whenever I was doing a reading one day. And they were sitting there doing something shady with a catfishing account and betraying me. I was caught in the act, what it looks like. I was on a live stream reading just like I am now, and something was being done behind my back and it caught that. Damn. These are people that are unfit. You know what's gonna happen to them? They're gonna be called. They're gonna be labeled unfit. Bro, these individuals in a whole nother fucked up marriage, desperate connection, and trying to sit there and allow somebody. Look at that, bro. They got a whole family and sit there risking to damage their whole family. They sitting there risking to damage their whole reputation and split up their whole family. Bro, that could be protective services too. Child protective services could be getting involved and to snatch some of these individuals away because of them being unfit parents. They're willing to risk that to happen in order for them to not learn a lesson. I'm telling you right now. With the Ten of Cups reverse. Damn, bro. That's how desperate, I'm telling you right now. That's how desperate these individuals really are. Bro, some of these individuals end up getting the protective services called on them. With a Ten of Cups. Bro, look at what's going on. Look, that's not funny, no, but this is karma for them screwing with somebody like this. That's karma. That's karma. They could be getting all that taken away from them. Along with their freedom, too, of the Four of Pentacles. Yep. This is what they get for messing with somebody like this. There's something about protective services that may have to get involved, bro, with a few of these individuals. Because they're being seen as unfit, not trustworthy, not worth a shit, bro. These are grown folks that have a family that are being seen to be engaging in these activities of abuse. Why am I getting the protective services could end up taking some of these individuals' relatives away from them? Oh, so that right there would be karma. Them trying to relentlessly take my freedom with committing these type of activities, with trying to get me in trouble with everything that's being done within conversations online. So that right there is going to be a karmic reversal that's going to go back off on them and things that they really may not want to happen. But everything's going to better to be proven why it should happen. There's enough probable cause for it to happen. Protective service is going to take them away, bro. That could be a court order. Damn. Damn. You ain't fit. You ain't fit one bit. You ain't fit. You ain't worth nothing. You want to sit there and bother a reader all day, every day, all day, every day, all day, every day? Okay, okay. They're going to accumulate the messages. They're going to accumulate the evidence, and then you're going to be held accountable. I'm telling you, excuse me, y'all, I'm losing my voice. They're going to accumulate the evidence, and you're going to be held accountable. Why am I getting that? Like, protective service could end up taking some of these individuals' relatives away. Okay, so this is exposed. This is exposed what they're doing with the Hierophant reverse. This is criminal activity. Look, there it is again. So it is. This is protective services. That would be CPS. Go do your research. That's the logical meaning of this card. Yep. I had to read this card the other night when it comes to the general meaning because it kept on coming up in reverse when it comes to some of my personal readings that I do for myself. And it was on the general meaning of that. Because I didn't really know what this card meant. I know it means unhappiness, unhappy family, broken home. But it does represent that. Cool. These individuals are criminals, bro, going on inside of here. This is like a criminal family unit. Six of Wands reverse. Yeah, they got a case being built on these individuals. Cool. They got a case being built on these individuals. Damn. Damn. The devil reverse. Look at that. Something to do with money. They're going to be hauled off out of this abusive type of environment. This is not a fit environment for these individuals to be in. And also get caught for false allegation. False allegations. Queen of Swords, that's a different Queen of Swords. Wow. Somebody's being seen to be lying to them is what it looks like. Like there's a lot of lying and corruption going on within that. With the Hierophant reverse. It's giving the vibes of like a social worker energy. But yet everything is coming back that they're getting caught with some type of false allegations. When in reality, these are the individuals that has been creating illusions over social media and has been abusing these individuals. And they're trying to act like they're all in the upright. No, they're not. No, they're not. I'm also getting, they could be trying to make the men to appear to look nasty, like an official, to look nasty. But they're also involved with it. They're trying to get one person, this official right here, to take the fall for it. This ain't no good look for these individuals brought out of parents right now. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell to the no. from the looks of it, the judge ain't gonna take it easy on this. Whatever this is in regards to, they ain't gonna take it easy on that. These individuals will lose in front of everybody and be called out in front of everybody. That's what it looks like. With the 6 of Wands, good, good. This has all been exposed. This has all been exposed. And there's a major error here too in the Hierophant of Judgment reverse. A major error that was made due to an individual being an abusive person. It's like they're trying to blame it all off on an authority figure as if it's only just him that's doing that, but it's multiple individuals that are connected to that. They're not going to be able to take this. It's like everybody want to put the blame on the King of Wands reverse as somebody else. That's an authority, but in reality, it's somebody else. It's other people that are connected to the 6 of Wands reverse. It's like they're trying to scapegoat them now with the Judgment reverse. It's like everybody want to be quick to point fingers and sling hands. It's like they want to sling hands and point fingers, sling fingers like it ain't nothing. I'm going to tell you right now, they're trying to scapegoat somebody else. They trying to scapegoat somebody else. They trying to scapegoat somebody else. did I just say that a few seconds ago? Swinging fingers. Slinging fingers. You know what that reminds me of? Raising Cane chicken fingers, slinging the chicken finger. I can't believe I said like that. That's funny as hell. It's supposed to be pointing fingers and slinging hands, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, well, that's what it was. Bullshit. Bullshit. They slung a lot of money, too. Look at that. They slung a lot of money. Yeah, they slung a lot of money. A lot of money. They slung a lot of money, a lot of wasted time, too. The Ace of Cups reverse is wasted energy, wasted time, and resources. This is getting exposed out with the Sun card. And how somebody is being, it's like they're trying to scapegoat all somebody. There's an authority figure here. They trying to scapegoat all on them. But yet there's other people that's connected to that. It's like, damn, bro, there's a desperation for some type of recognition, but in a loser type of way. Just to see who could one-up who and all, to get somebody to appear like the worst loser next to another loser, next to that loser, what it looks like. What the fuck? Look, excuse my language, I know I'm not in the courtroom right now, but still though, does the judge not do they not see how corrupt and stupid this is? It's like they're risking their lives and all of their reputation in order for everything to come out about what practices they have been involved in and abusing these individuals over some type of social media conversations in order for them to get their youngest taken away from by CPS. How stupid is that? This is definitely the energy of an unhappy family, broken home energy. This is not a legitimate environment for these individuals to be. I'm telling you right now, this is not. But yet they trying to act all holy and thou. Oh, they go to church and this and that and this and that. Oh, yeah, they believe in Jesus. They share pictures of Jesus. But yet they go behind the scenes and do all this online in a covert conversation. I'm telling you, look, with the Hierophant reverse. They like to sit there and engage in that covert conversation. It ain't covert no more. It ain't covert no more. Look, this has been flagged. I'm getting something that's been flagged. With the judgment reverse, this has been flagged. Man, I'm going to lose my voice for court tomorrow, y'all. I don't really want to have to go there, but I'm going to lose my voice. My arguments are valid, though, y'all. Not just with my cards, but with my papers that I have here and my PTSD. They have a past record of that, of me having severe PTSD. But anyways, getting back to the reading. When it comes to this, bro, it's like they made a huge, something that's been flagged. I guess something was flagged as an error. Because these individuals are really not in the upright position like they're trying to present themselves out to be. This is in reality toxic people that are holding up illusions over social media that has been involved in possibly defamating people's character. They're doing something illegal involving social media that's connected to a business. Yep. Yep. What's good, y'all? I see the comment section on here. I appreciate the support, y'all. This just been a very distressing situation of what I've had to go through for no reason due to these individuals being miserable in their own life. It's like, damn, bro. Just because you're a reader and you're a divinator, you're a person that has intuitive gifts, this just spawns off all kind of demons, man. Like, damn, bro, you got all these individuals. It's like these individuals, you can swear up and down, they happy all over the social media. Oh, yeah, they got a brand new house, a new car, and this is what the shit they running behind the scenes. With a 6 of Wands reverse. Wow. Something got flagged. Something got flagged when it comes to that. Something got flagged because these individuals really are not in the upright position. They've been making false reports. Oh, that's another thing going on. So they was making false reports to law enforcement. Yeah, but yet this is what they doing. This is the kind of activity they engaging in. Woo, this gonna get their ass in trouble. I'm telling you right now. Okay, so these are the same individuals that has been sitting there making false reports to this institution and trying to blame it all off on an official here. But he's not the only one. No, I'm not taking up for this cop right here, but he's not the only one. No, he's not. No, he's not. Why is this card in reverse? It's like they're trying to scapegoat the King of Wands reverse. That's not all him. There's plenty of them. I'm starting to lose my voice. There's plenty of them in there. Damn, bro, something got flagged as false reports. Something has gotten flagged as false reports, and this is going to connect a lot of people to this activity. This could be over 10 to 16 something people, bro. That's going to get caught up with the situation, a criminal activity. And this can involve the protective services taking their relatives away from them. Yeah. They trying to act like they all holy in thought. They sit there and read the Bible. Yeah. What kind of Bible they reading? What kind of Bible they reading? It don't have Psalms in it. I promise you that. It don't have the scriptures in it. I promise you that. I don't know what kind of Bible they think they reading, but with the crosses being in reverse, these individuals are reading something. And it ain't the Bible. It ain't the Bible. It ain't the Bible. It ain't the Bible. I'm telling you right now. And it ain't tarot either. You know what I'm saying? It ain't tarot either. It ain't tarot either. Oh, so these individuals could be getting caught up with practicing satanic, some type of cult ritualistic practices involving abusing individuals. And this was seen through conversations. While trying to have somebody falsely reported for something that they're not doing and creating a lot of drama through some type of smear campaign in a group chat session. Oh, something was intercepted with that, and they have all these individuals' information, what it looks like. They got every single person that is connected to that has been doing that. This is incest rituals and all that, bro. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. And they try to blame all these, they try to collect all these conversations with trying to make a false report on somebody as if they're the ones that's doing it. That was flagged. That was flagged. A judge could have flagged it as I said, no, 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 no. That ain't getting past a judge right here. Whoever this judge is, the judge could have flagged it. The judge could have seen a major error or something as I say, oh, no, something ain't right. Hold it. There's an overruled energy here. Overruled, like, Not overruled, but a heavy objective energy here. A heavy objective energy. And that will come across, I don't know if they call that as flagging something. These individuals really are not in an upright position. No, they're not. It's like they're trying to hide who they really are by presenting themselves as something that they're not, to be helping people, right? But they're actually abusing people. While having somebody's character defamated to fall from grace because of what they're engaging in with these activities that are cult practices. This was exposed. And now they're trying to put the blame off on one official for doing that with the King of Wands reverse. Could be a Sagittarius. So who are these individuals really? What I just seen a few seconds ago. Who are they? It's Queen of Pentacles, it's Queen of Cups, and it's Queen of Swords. But yet got the nerve to have this King of Wands being presented in reverse. Not the only one in reverse. It's like they're trying to blame. It's like they're trying to point fingers even still. Oh, well, they're a female. They don't do anything wrong. Yeah. Tell that to the judge. Tell that to that judge. Look, they being seen as sickening, bro, with the Ace of Cups reverse. They're being seen as sickening. Look, Knight of Swords reverse again. They're being seen to be engaging in criminal activity. That's what a Knight of Swords reverse means. Yep. They're an illusionist. They're criminals. They're hiding their criminal activity. They're being seen to be engaging in criminal activity late hours at night. And they're clearly being seen straight through. Four of Swords reverse. Look, Six of Wands reverse again. They're being seen that everything of what they try to project towards an innocent person is exactly fitting the description of who they are. And that's what they're going to be held accountable for. This is what they do for their job. Wheel of Fortune. They're being seen to be manipulating things about conversations, causing illusions. They're also being seen as to be avoiding a major exposure. But this right here is having it exposed in an unexpected moment. Nine of Cups reverse, the Eight of Wands, and the Nine of Swords reverse with the Ace of Cups reverse. They're being seen as dark-spirited people that like to engage in criminal activity late hours at night and early hours of the morning. Yeah. Yep. And this could be seen as an underhanded job. So that right there would be an indication of a business, huh, being ran? This is corrupt. This is corrupt. This is a criminal business being ran. To harass somebody, to threaten their freedom with illusions. That couldn't be why the protective services would get involved, huh? That couldn't be why, huh? Why would they get involved? Clarify that. Why would they get involved? Why would they get involved? Because of these individuals right here. Because they're alcoholics. They're being seen as unfit people, bro. I'm telling you. There's some females that's being seen as unfit parents. 3 of them. 3 of them. They could have been reported to the protective services by a judge, what it looks like. You want to sit there and falsely accuse an innocent person? Okay, they got news for you. So why these individuals may be subpoenaed to court to have to show up, they get their relative taken from, they get their youngin' taken from by the protective services, and they go their ass to jail. Bet you ain't gonna be making no false reports on an innocent person again or betraying somebody like that again. Let's go ahead and see why would they be having to get involved in protective services. 6 of Swords. Oh, because of something changing, some ending. Oh, this don't look good, bro. This is a dark energy. There's something that's about to change within these individuals' living situation. Due to putting somebody in despair relentlessly. King of Pentacles. The 9 of Cups. Okay, so there's a shocking revelation. Or a shocking moment with the Tower card. Of what these individuals have been doing. Justice. That could be the Department of Justice that had to get involved with this. 8 of Pentacles. 2 of Cups. 7 of Wands reverse. Because they're connected to a lot of information coming out about causing relentless endings and tower moments for somebody in regards to a scandal here. And that's all bringing out a lot of truths. 3 of Swords. They could also be behind this too. Yep. 6 of Cups reverse. This could have something to do with a long time ago. There's that mid 1990s energy again. Temperance reverse with a 6 of Swords. Yep. There's a lot of people in the public setting, bro, in the community setting with the 4 of Wands reverse that has been seen to be harming people. Harming these individuals. Yep. I'm also getting there's some of the law that may agree to do the right thing at the last minute to protect somebody from this going against them and turning in these individuals that has been doing that. You are done. You understand me? You are done. You are done. You are done. These people are done. This right here, I'm telling you right now. You will not get away with harming another. I'm telling you right now. There's a lot of things wrong with a lot of individuals in this fight. This is a community in reverse. And some of the law has the information on what these individuals have been doing. Even though some of them may have been involved and may have been observing and not doing anything about it. But when it comes down to it, bro, they got to do things by the book, as I say. You know what? They may not want to do that, but they have to do their job the right way because at the end of the day, it has to be law and order with the justice card. And there's a lot of information coming out about that too with the 8 of Wands. And this been going on for a good while, bro. This is going to bring a lot of despair, a negative change, And from the looks of it, this right here had somebody unwelcome from a community setting with the four wands reverse, having somebody disapprove of a public setting. But there's some shocking truth hidden that this is the individual that's not behind all of that. And this could be a shocker to a lot of people. It could be up to somebody that may be agreeing to tell some truth. As I say, you know what, it really ain't them. Because they're put in a position where they have no choice but to tell the truth. As I say, that's really not this person that's alone. This person being hurt and harmed with this activity being done to them. And yet, this is going to be a shocking realization to these people that may or not have knew that, hey, this ain't the truth about this person. So there's something that's going to change, that's going to bring a lot of negative changes to these individuals and are possibly upsetting. This right here, bro, is going to have a lot of negative publicity. It's definitely going to bring unwelcome change to them. But this is what was done to somebody right here. But that could be changing. Yep. There's divine intervention with the justice in the tower. And the inner card, that's divine intervention. That means balance is being restored. To where somebody can move on to calmer waters. At the end of the day, these individuals have to do their job the right way. It's not about a sacrifice, bro. It's not about sitting there. Yeah, that may be a belief, but at the end of the day, bro, they got to do things, motherfucker. They can't be doing that. I'm telling you right now. That's that energy again. First off, it's not about sitting there hurting and harming somebody because of that. At the end of the day, the law is the law. If somebody really ain't behind this, bro, they gonna have the evidence to prove that. Hey, this person wasn't engaging with that the whole time. With the 8 of Wands. And these individuals right here that's trying to celebrate and sit there and celebrate somebody's downfall to have them isolated, they've been the ones engaging in all of it because they got the information. That may be what the DOJ asks for too, but they may already have evidence of what it looks like. Like I said, they may have a lot of evidence on these conversations being had over some type of group chat in regards to a public setting. There's several of people being seen to be abusive. Fucking monster, bro. I'm telling you, like monster energy. Yes. People that are married and engaged or have been engaging in that. It may be hard to believe because of what you see over the media. But you can't believe everything that you see over the media. Looks could be deceiving. They could look all like they're happy. These are people that try to act overly nice. They try to avoid cussing. They try to avoid showing a negative side. That's the people that got, I'm telling you. It may not be all of them. But you got somebody out there, bro, that really don't care how people perceive them. And they can show their negative qualities and bad side. That's somebody right there that you can see for who they are. They don't have to front for anybody. But this situation right here, it's like there's something that's off about like this give me the vibes of like a fake niceness vibe. Like, oh yeah, how's your day going? And the fuck? It's like it's an automatic robot that manifests through their body. That's like, hey, how's your day going today? They might as well just set up a chat GPT or whatever it is, or a chat with a fucking AI character. Oh, something about AI could have been coming out too, like how they were sitting there manipulating something with that. But I'm getting something very significant. Oh, deep fake. That could be another thing coming out. Deep fake. But they know how to analyze things to catch that. They got the technology to catch that. They got some type of technology, bro, to catch that. Trust me. They got advanced technology that possibly nobody else knows. I'm not going to get into that information. But they got something out there, bro, to figure out that, hey, this right here ain't anything. Nope. They still getting caught. Still getting caught. But what I'm getting here is it's like there's a it's like a these individuals to operate off of like an AI energy. Hi, how's the world going today? You know what I'm saying? Hopefully hopefully they don't come across an AI character that sounds like that raspy old man. Ah, how's your day going today? You know what I'm saying? You know, eventually involved and getting involved with all these conversations. Eventually it's gonna get you caught up. It's gonna get you caught up. You ain't getting away. You ain't getting away with it. You ain't getting away with it. You caught, you gonna own up to the consequences. You out there betraying people, hurting people, and lying on them. Trying to have somebody alienated with a three-edged sword. You out there committing crime against nature and humanity. You done lied to hope. Let me stop. Let me stop. That's me trying to lift my spirits up, y'all, because I've been going through a very harsh situation where I'm at. Y'all may not know about it. Turns out they've been lying to a whole public setting in a community and trying to celebrate somebody else's downfall. Sitting there having somebody alienated with a three of swords. Sitting there scandalizing somebody, sitting there hurting somebody. Trying to violate their rights. Strip their rights away from them. What else? 8 of Cups. Time to walk the hell away. It's time to walk away and get the hell out of there. The Queen of Cups reversed. It's time to walk away from holding up a front to act like you're a good parent, but you're really not. You're really not. You're really not. You're going to be doing the walk of shame, lady. You understand that? You're not really a good parent. You ain't a fit parent. You caught in all kind of crimes with a 5 of Swords reversed. You caught in all kind of crimes. Okay, so this individual right here is getting caught in all kind of shit. As a female, get caught in all kind of shit. She could be getting caught for hacking too. Something to do with a cash. I'm getting something very significant about a cash register. Stuffing money in her pockets. Stealing money out of a cash register. Like, oh. But yet these same people think that they're holier than thou. That try to present themselves as if they believe in Jesus, and it's this person been stuffing money in her boots or something, like in her fucking shoes or something to do with that. She could be getting caught up for placing some type of device on a, you know how you got the credit card reader? She could be getting caught for placing some type of scanning device on there to mimic as if it's that credit card reader, but you have to peel it off. That's not the original thing. To obtain somebody's information. Damn. Damn. Oh, that's the truth, bruh. That's the truth. Female getting caught doing that. Stuffing money in her pockets from the cash register and sitting there, got the nerve to sit there and put some type of scanning. It's like a scanning device to where it reads, like it obtains the credit card information. And it mimics the regular credit card reader. Okay, so this one that snakes get caught in that. Yeah, the world reverse. So this is one of the ones I was involved with this never-ending cycle with the world reverse. That's one of the ones that's connected to this never-ending cycle that thinks they could bullshit people. Yeah, okay. Holding their little holding their candlesticks, huh? Got their foot kicked all back. Got their knee. I'm telling you right now, you ain't getting away with that. Strength reverse. They could just sit there and kick back. It's like this to give me the vibes of like a recliner energy. Kicking back and reclining and saying, oh, there ain't nothing going to happen to them. They got the ultimate protection. Bullshit. They got no protection because that whatever protection they had, that's coming to a straight ending with a change. Four of Cups. They're going to regret doing this. They're going to regret doing this. Remember how I said how we seen the queens in the upright earlier? This one right here is not really in the upright. Nope. Nope. This is foolish. It's one of the ones getting stopped. This is someone that may try to be way too flashy and like got like a nonchalant energy, as I say that. I don't really know how to explain it, but it's like a nonchalant energy, as I say that. Oh well, it's whatever, like kind of like a careless energy. When they take pictures of themselves, it's like it could be like a careless energy. But in reality, they're scared. They're scared while taking those pictures because they know that they're not who they trying to present themselves out to be. It's like they feel like they got to prove something to all these fake ass people that's connected to this cycle, all these other people that's connected to it, and how they're trying to one up them while being hella miserable in their own connection. I wonder if the judge does watch tarot. Come on, man. I'm telling you right now. I'm pretty sure. Look, if a judge sets aside like the legalities in the courtroom, I guarantee you, bro, there'll be a few of them in there that will get a kick out of tarot with what we read. Because this is funny. This is stupid, how I said earlier, with the full reverse. I don't know how many of them watch tarot. I'm not going to go up to them and ask, hey, do y'all watch tarot? If someone will put their legalities to the side, like the legal situation, and watch tarot, bro, some of the things that come out of my cards, it's like, wow, but it's the truth, though. It's all in how you channel it. I'm channeling this based off my intuition, my intuitive energy, especially when it comes to this Five of Swords reverse. That would represent crimes being uncovered, but there's something very significant about light hands, and there's something very significant about a cash register, and that would be a device that was being used, which would be a covert device in order to obtain credit card information, and that would be a crime. Stolen credit card information. That's one of them that's connected to this cycle. They didn't want to end. And this is somebody that likes to take a lot of pictures and may be very flashy, but yet at the same time they feel scared while taking a picture because they know that they ain't shit to start with the full reverse. But yet they feel like they got to prove something to people that really don't give a fuck about them. But the judge cares, though. The judge cares very much about what you're doing with the full reverse. They care. They care about what you're engaging in. Let's not forget that. I'm telling you right now. Let's not forget that. Let's not forget that. If they caught in a group chat and they caught doing something all over social media and sitting there being a toxic parent, the judge cares about that because they're going to hold you accountable for it. You know what I'm saying? It's like these individuals think that they got the ultimate protection, but yet they're going to have a rude awakening when they find out they're all subpoenaed to court case. After all the evidence were obtained off of these group chats, and it's like the law really ain't got their back. They just like, yeah, yeah, you think they're on their side, but it's like they can switch immediately. Like, yeah, nah. That, bro, this could have been a sting operation. Oh, so this could have been a sting operation that could have led up to these individuals' demise while thinking that they're actually going to get a victory with trying to have somebody destroyed in a court of law that's innocent. But yet it's going to free them from the situation. Ooh, damn, that's a smooth one, our King of Pentacles. That's a smooth one right there. Go. Oh, so they wanted to see who the real problem are to society. They want to see who the real problem and menace to society are. And this was a way to trap them. This was a way to get them caught up, bro. To see who is gullible enough and all to be on this cycle because they think that they got some type of protection, right? They was filling their head with all kind of bullshit. Oh yeah, you get a nice car and you know, you ain't gonna get in trouble. You could sit there and yeah, you could do all this. It's like they're sitting there laughing. They're sitting there laughing. Because when it's time, bro, when this cycle is time to close, they're gonna accumulate all this over time. And you know all of this that has been accumulated over time are multiple felonies? I would be very cautious about taking an offer from an official, bro, or thinking that you got some type of protection, because you know a cop or you know somebody in position of power. I'll be very cautious of that, bro. Because them fuckers will switch on you quick. They'll set your ass up. And while knowing damn well you trying to get involved with setting an innocent person up, and they'll set you up just to see how much you gonna do to that person. You want to be a snake? You met your match. You got snake out the snake. You got out snaked. How you like that? But the judge going to have a field day in this courtroom with all these individuals sitting there being subpoenaed to there like, dang, we got to call all these individuals in. Look, guilty, 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 guilty. And then you got all this one person being falsely accused that's innocent, found not guilty. What are the odds of that? What are the odds of that happening, Your Honor? Okay, what else is going on? For a sword diverse. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, these people going to have a wake-up call, just like I've been saying. They're going to have a wake-up call. That's like they're going to be waking up to a nightmare instead of waking up from a nightmare. They're going to be waking up to a nightmare. Watch when they start receiving them subpoenas in the mail or getting letters in the mailbox. They're going to see them. They're going to see them. Yep. Bro, some of these individuals in the energy, as I say that, they really got to go there. This is really happening. Like, what's this about? What's this about? What's this about? And they getting all mad and irritated. I'm going to tell you why they get mad and irritated, because they know they're guilty. They know they're guilty. That guilt's eating them up. They don't know what it's like. They already have a hunch. They could be feeling that bad feeling with the temperance first. Yeah, go ahead. Keep it up. Keep on engaging in these activities. It's like, what's this about? What's this about? What's this about? Oh, I ain't got the time for that. Oh, but you had the time to commit crimes. I'm going to tell you right now what the judge going to do. Oh, ma'am. They're going to try to give a poor excuse to the judge, and that judge is going to object. I'm telling you, object, ma'am. And, you know what I'm saying. Anyways, y'all, getting back to my reading. I'm hearing something very significant about objection. Excuse me, ma'am, like that. It's like they're questioning why did they receiving this in the mail? Why are they receiving a subpoena in the mail? And it's like they're getting agitated and angry, and it's like they got the nerve to play victim to this being sent to them in the mail. It's like, oh, well, it's like they feel entitled to not go. Where's their legal protection? That's the thing. You had none the whole time. Your ass was involved in a sting operation. Stupid. Damn, bro, you got a whole new car and everything off of committing You got a new car over committing all these crimes, and that's been accumulated as evidence over time to be used against you to prove that you was involved with illegal activity. And that's why you gonna get it taken from you along with everybody else that's involved in the household, and you gonna go your ass to jail. Yeah, bro. I gotta get away from my car, y'all. This is too funny. Ooh, this is some justice right here. This is the perfect justice. Damn. Damn. I'm all right, guys. Stuck up in there, man. I will later. All right, y'all. I'm back. I'm back. Hey, that's crazy as hell, huh? Damn, this is funny, bro. Like, these individuals, like, they let money rule them that much. And it's like, it's not just getting caught with their hand in the cookie jar, bro. This is way worse than that. It's like they committed all these crimes and achieved all these assets, right? But little do they know, somebody was behind the scenes documenting that down. As I say, yep, writing that down. Digital blueprints. Digital blueprints. This could have been a big wheeler right here that could have been doing that. As I say, yep, okay, so this is what you bought with this money. This is what you bought with that money. Okay. Sitting there documenting down and keeping receipts, until they start receiving notices in the mailbox, and yet that's a scare to them. That's a scare to them. Why are they being subpoenaed to court? Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, you got protection, all right. That's the devil's smooth words to twist and entwine itself in these individuals' brain and also get them right where he wants them. Because at the end of the day, he's not going to deceive the one that's aware. He's going to trick these individuals. The devil may be aggravated that he can't do that, but that's the thing. He's going to fool these individuals because they're his minions. Okay, so somewhere there could be an evil, like there could be like an evil official somewhere that may have a dark side to him. But there's a side of this official that respects somebody that is strong. That could have had to go through a situation like that. That wasn't doing any of that shady shit. It happens, bro. It happens. It may take some time for the truth to come out, but eventually it will leave you alone. Eventually the kingdom of darkness will back off and you will have a smooth sailing through a situation. Clarify that. Look, bro, as soon as I'm saying that, look at that. Look at who that is right there. The devil's going to show these individuals who the real perpetrators are, who the real evil spirited people are, by trying to project that onto you. And this give me the vibes of as to say goodbye. This cycle or this situation that didn't want to end, with this right here, it's giving me the vibes of a change as a wave his hand bye. That means this will not bother you ever again, will not bother you anymore. The devil basically got what he wanted by, once again, trying to trick you into believing that he's going to get what he wants out of you, which is taking your freedom. But yet, because he's all about oppression. But the devil knows that you're strong enough in order to resist temptation, and he respects you for that. He may hate it, but he's got to respect it and leave you alone. Because you ain't the one doing this shady shit right here with all this money and being involved with this business. You know what I'm saying? But then, hold on, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Yep. It's like the devil likes to trick with temptation. Likes to trick with temptation, as I say that, oh yeah, well, they'll get a new car, they'll get a new truck, they'll get a new van, they'll get a new SUV. They'll get new rings, they'll get new outfits, gift cards, and stuff like that. But there's ways you can earn legitimate currency without this right here. This is not legitimate earnings. It's not. Therefore, the devil's going to come back to collect. He's going to come back to collect. But that's him waving bye to a situation as I say, see you. He's got the ones, it's like the trick of the devil was trying to deceive you as to have you believing as if you're a bad person. But that was the trick of him to fool these individuals into believing that they're really good spirited people. But yet he got them right where he wants them. Yep. That's them right here. That's a whole chain reaction of the situation. A lot of individuals that's connected to him as I say, you know what? He ain't going to sit there and bother you anymore. He got what he wanted. He's out. Peace. Now the illusion was as if he was trying to get you. It's like a temptation thing. Trying to tempt you to do certain things. But you resisted multiple times. And this has been proven. When it comes to these individuals trying to falsely accuse you of things, you could have had to stand up. That's resisting the devil's temptation. That, as I say that, oh, well, you're going to go on to the dark side. By you relentlessly defending yourself shows the devil that you have boundaries. That you're a strong spirited, you strong-willed. You don't belong to that lifestyle. You don't belong to any of that. That's not who you are. You know what I'm saying? Clarify the devil card. Look at that, the 6 of Wands reverse. Didn't I tell you he's got all of his minions right there? I was following him. Look at that. That's all his followers. And all his followers will take a fall publicly. All these people that has been following behind this energy right here will take a fall from grace. On a legal level, because the legal card is here. And that could be in a court of law. When they're on the stand being held accountable for the activities that they have been committing against somebody. Eventually it's going to happen, y'all. It may not happen right then and there. It may take a long time. It may take a few years. But eventually, things are going to be balanced to where there's a cycle that has to end due to the universal flow and change and transitioning of energies. And something about universal dimensional shifts that take place that manifest within a 3D. It's like you ever notice how you wake up one day and things just feel completely different? That's a shift that took place. But this is gonna better to shift in a way to where you may feel this negative energy around you, but it's gonna begin to feel as if it's slowly fading and fading. That's a shift that's happening. And it's elevating this 3D reality into a higher level of consciousness of energy and frequency. But you have to first get through a certain stage of the darkness that is surrounding you in order for you to elevate through that. But anyways, let's go ahead and keep pulling some cards. 222 as I'm saying that balance. Oh, so that's indicates for me justice. You know what I'm saying? Look, 222 represents balance, scales, and that's the law. Law and order. You know what I'm saying? Clarify this. The Knight of Cups reverse. So the jelly, that's funny. So the jelly, not jelly. So the devil rules jealousy and envy, and this is what these individuals are in. Jealous people, insecure people, jealous. Shit starters, troublemakers. That's what the devil's about, bro. He knows exactly who to choose when it comes to that. That's getting on the bandwagon of hatred and darkness. But yet trying to pollute it with light as to deceive them, as to say that this is okay to do. Because he knows how to trick them, bro, with the trick of the mind. The trick of the mind. He's a trickster. He's a trickster. And that's exactly why this is manifesting within the 3D and all to expose these individuals with a sting operation. That's how he's coming out of disguise, as I say, ha 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 ha. Gotcha. Damn. Gotcha. You know what I'm saying? And it's like these people are going to be scared. Like, they're going to be worried. Oh, no. Don't worry now. Don't get scared, bro. Hey, you ever watch those videos? You ever seen an episode that used to come on TV a long time ago? Beyond Scared Straight? There used to be an episode that used to come on TV a long time ago. I forgot what channel it came on. Whenever they'll get there, bro, it's like they'll get scared. Oh, no, don't get scared now. You did the crime. You're going to have to do the time. They're going to start wanting to try to talk and say, you ain't talking. Why they scared? Why they get scared? Why they get scared? And pay attention to how the officers react whenever they got the men in there that go in there and scare these individuals. So you could be one of these individuals that could have been a strong survivor through this situation. And it's like, you may not have had anybody that's on your side at all to show these individuals that they can't be doing that shit to you. But this give me the vibes of some of you, the strength that you have through this situation are like some of these prisoners that may be in there, because this was like a prison to your freedom with this situation that was going on with this world reverse. So therefore, it was like you was relentlessly fighting for your freedom and learning a lot of lessons. And you had to fight for your freedom in order to elevate through a lot of experience. And seeing these individuals commit these type of crimes could piss you off. And it's like the officials is right there, even though they may not agree to that, or even though they may be aware of this being done in the end, they see it for how you see it. They do the time, they do the crime, but they're going to have to do the time. You're not going to be the one being screwed with. You earn your respect. You're not going to be the one being screwed with. This give me the vibes of like a prisoner in there being having major respect from the CO. The COs, don't bother them. They treat them with kindness. That's the kind of energy I'm getting from this energy right here. So if you had a group of officials being kind of rude or showing signs of disapproval towards you, that can change. I'm going to tell you why. Because you earned your respect because you wasn't going along with this type of deception. I'm getting something very significant about a sting operation with a Tower card. Hold on, I'm reading the comments. Hold on. All right, there we go. But anyways, I'm getting like, there's a lot of shocking events. Like, damn, bro, there's not like there's only one person or a couple of people that wasn't involved with that. Bro, this gonna bring all these individuals down. I'm telling you, this gonna bring this whole damn thing down. I'm telling you right now. He's got all these individuals anchored. Look at that. He's got, that's giving me the vibes like an anchor. He's about to tell, I'm telling you, bro, he's about to bring all these individuals, boom, like, I'm telling you, like, look, boom, like that. Tugging them down, bringing them all down. I'm telling you. It's like he's doing just like that, bringing them all down, like, get out of here. Yep. Clarify that. The star. Okay, so there's a sense of faith. There's a sense of faith. There's a huge wish come true. A wish fulfillment. A blessing in disguise. This was also a situation that created a blessing in disguise for unexpected healing to take place with the ones that was being hurt through an injustice. Some of you could be seen as a healer to be healing justice too. You was able to create a lot of sunshine and inspiration through an injustice that could bring some of these individuals to tears to know what you have went through. Because not the average person will be able to make it. I'm getting to this situation better to you as a person to make sure that you have great character. To have a lot of character development. To make sure that you end up a great person. That's how the situation could have been done up on a spiritual level. To make sure that you're a greater person. Even though you may already be a great person, but this was meant to heal you and to make you out to be a greater person, to develop a lot of character. That's to keep being that person that elevate, keep elevating. You was made to feel like an outsider. In order for you to feel back on the inside of your soul, to feel back on the inside of the body, to feel truly connected to yourself. Because that's where the true home is, the soul. So this situation was meant to connect you back to your soul, back to one major healing journey. And it was a long time. But this had to take place in order for you to heal. This had to take place in order for you to heal. And you have to keep in mind, these people that was entertaining this situation was taken over by demons. That was demons using these individuals in order to teach you a lesson. But the lessons, it was trying to show them a lesson at the same time, but they didn't learn. They didn't learn. They didn't learn. These individuals being used in a way in order to teach you several lessons to where you can heal. And that is also connected to all the trouble that these individuals try to get you into. God mainly wanted you to, he mainly wanted you to be out there because he knew that you could make it alone to fight alone. He knew that you had the strength to take on the situation alone. He knew that you was going to be able to make it through all that. But yep. You being seen to be winning this situation with the star energy. Seven of Pentacles. It's all about the fruits of your hard labor coming into fruition. Yep. But anyways, y'all, this is what I have for the reading. I just had to get on here to document down uncomfortability of a dark feeling, and it exposed what it was a few minutes ago. I don't deserve to be going through that, y'all. I don't deserve that. I don't deserve that. I deserve to be on here as a public influencer in order to keep on elevating and playing my guitar, my drums, reading my cards, and helping the collective out. I don't deserve to be in a place that I really don't belong. That's not the place for me. Clearly, there was no crime committed. This is my defense when it comes to that. And if I'm not being messed with, I'm not going to go out there and start any trouble. I'm not no troublemaker like that. I didn't take it too lightly how this guy followed me out the building when shouldn't have never asked me about an ex that I don't have any contact with not knowing the whole situation. It's all about keeping it, having his nose in a place where it don't belong. I didn't take that too lightly at all. When I walked away, I should have been left alone because I would have kept walking to my car. That's where I was going anyways, to go back home. Until I was followed out the building with threatening my freedom. I didn't take that lightly, bro. And I had plenty enough justification in order to turn around and say, dude, fuck off and leave me alone. And once again, that's not... Hold on, where's it at? That's not even an insult. That's not even an insult. So, once again, legal protected speech. And it says it right here. You can insult somebody with using swearing words without threats or inciting a fight. And it's protected speech. As established in cases like Cohen v. California. That's under the U.S. Supreme Court ruling. That means that vague laws, where's it at again? So I could go over it again. That means that vague laws, states can't use general disturbance of peace laws to suppress speech or assembly especially for political protests. And that's under the U.S. Supreme Court rulings. So this right here is going to better to prohibit any type of, just like it says, states can't use general disturbing of peace. But it's also right here. That's double the defense right here. When it's likely legal protected speech, general profanity, insults, not threats. That's double protection and defense right here. Under, once again, the U.S. Supreme Court ruling. But anyways, that's what I have for the reading. Y'all take it easy out there, y'all. This situation just needs to be over when it comes to my situation, y'all, because this is irritating. This has gotten dragged out ever since June 2nd of 2025. And now we're in January of 2026. This needs to end. Peace.